Hi, welcome back. We've got our story's key scenes mapped out now, and we're ready to add in two important details, the point of view and a proper prologue. Let's start by setting a default point of view, or POV, for the entire novel. The POV is like the perspective your story is told through, the character from which we see the story. To set this, I'm going to go back into the novel settings, which is this little cog icon in the top left. Next, I'm going to switch to the writing tab. The point of view section is what we're looking for. For this cozy mystery, I want the whole story to follow Mia, our sleuth, so I'm going to choose her from the character drop down here. I'm also going to choose third person limited point of view as the type. Cozies are often told in either first person or third person limited, but I personally prefer the latter when writing, so that's why I'm going with it. Perfect. That sets up our default for every scene. As it's the default, it's not going to show up anywhere in the plan view, but we can always go back and change it in the settings later. Now, I'm curious to explore something that I see a lot in thrillers and detective crimes, but not so much in cozies. A prologue from the point of view of the victim. This is often done in those genres to make us relate to the deceased, and I want to give this technique a go. So I'm going to make a new chapter by pressing New Chapter here. I'll scroll to the bottom and write in the scene summary box, Callum is on his rounds and here's something suspicious. So I'll take this chapter. I'm going to click on the 6 dots next to the name and drag it to the top of my act. So it's now chapter 1. I'm then going to go to the scene actions menu, these 3 dots here, and click select custom point of view. We have a pop-up window that lets me override the default. I can change the point of view character and the point of view type. In this drop-down here, select character, we have the characters that aren't currently selected. So I'm going to choose Callum from this list. And then save. Do you see this little POV banner that appears above the scene summary? It's like a quick reminder that this scene has its own custom point of view. Any scene without this uses the default point of view. And you're not just limited to doing this for the odd chapter. If you have a his or her romance story or an epic fantasy novel with dozens of characters, you can control the point of view in exactly the same way. If you want to have a recurring point of view character, let me show you a shortcut for this. Let's take another chapter and go back into the set custom point of view. Now in our pop-up, we can see that Callum is already there as an alternative. We can click on this, and then click save. To remove a point of view character from the scene and just go back to the default, you can also click on this little point of view banner and then select Delete Override. And it unassigns Callum as the point of view character. Now this is sorted, I want to fix something else. You might have noticed that whilst our first chapter is really a prologue, it's currently called Chapter 1. If I just click here and rename Prologue, we can see that it's still really Chapter 1. I can fix this super easily in Novelcrafter. I'm just going to go to the Actions menu of the chapter and toggle the automatic numbering off. You can see instantly the Chapter 1 above our name has gone, and all our other chapters are now numbered correctly. You can use this exact same trick for epilogues or any interludes that you might have, or if you prefer to have your chapters named. Now that we've done this, our outline is looking much more polished. Next, we're going to take a look at the workshop chat and begin brainstorming our story with help from some AI. If you don't want to use AI in your workflow, that's totally fine. Skip ahead to the next section.